To kiss or not to kiss, a cure for gum disease. Dedication. This book is dedicated to the countless victims of periodontitis, affecting the supporting tissue attaching the teeth to the maxilla and causing a lesion to the bone itself. A true pandemic affecting more than half of the world's adult population and improperly considered a chronic pathology. Yes, it has to be said, repeated, shouted if necessary, until the truth is finally heard, listened to, and especially known that not only periodontitis and tooth loss are not fatalities, but can even be cured by dentists more than surgeons. Today's dental surgeons must become oral doctors. This book is for the general public. Its well-being depends on it, and for all of my colleagues who truly want to heal their patients. It is thus dedicated specifically to those who truly want to open their mind to clinical reality and who want to heal their patients with integrity and professionalism, with the sole purpose of helping them be healthy, with no assumptions and with full choice of action. Introduction. This book indeed targets all human beings, the 3 billion adults suffering from infected gums and full breath, all those who refuse to lose their teeth and want to understand what's going on. No, dentures are not the end target. So this book is as much a tool as a cry, a narration of a lifelong battle to shed light on the truth and express the evidence publicly. All the information is there right under your eyes. You just have to open them. You're suffering from periodontitis. Your teeth are displaced, move, or fall, like in many adult mouths all over the world. Losing your teeth is not a fatality. What is really causing the tooth loss? Why do certain full breath resist to the most thorough care? Why is there still hope? How can we peg our teeth for good? How can we smile again and keep smiling? Why are people trying to make us believe otherwise? Here are the answers. The whole story. A funny one actually. My story and yours. Chapter 1. Infested with parasites. 1 out of every 2 adults suffer from the same problem. It infects the flesh of the mouth and causes periodontitis, sticky breath, bloody gums, and tooth loss. That pretty much sums up the harmful effect of this curious disease known as periodontitis. Then things go from bad to worse. Over time, your infected flesh becomes purulent. Your teeth ball up in pus, which make them mobile to the point of making them fall. As for your breath, which will adjust to your infection, you'll reek of an old billy goat. But the facts are stubborn. First of all, I stress this essential fact. In 99% of periodontitis, there are small unicellular animals known as amoebae present which infect 2 out of 3 adult mouths. What is an amoeba? It is a protozoan or a living unicellular organism, a small polymorph beast that is much bigger than a bacterium and endow with the same vicious characteristic but on much larger scale, unfortunately. Seen under a microscope, indeed, this gigantic unicellular organism wallowing lazily in your mouth is an enormous jellyfish splashing around viciously in the troubled waters of a summer beach, your nice row of enamel decked chairs firmly set on digging its hole. You inherited it from a specific wetland, from a human or animal, through direct or indirect contact, a kiss, cutlery, a toothbrush, tap water, glasses, and so forth. This rather big microbe, bigger than 100 micrometers, is thus 10 to 100 times bigger than a bacterium, which only measure 1 to 10 micrometers. The small parasite lives in your infection like a fish in water. But don't be fooled by its lazy appearance. It's actually a piranha. These small parasite creatures invade your biofilm to feast on your erythrocyte and the nucleus of your neutrophil polymorphonuclear leukocytes. In other words, they devour the heart of your red and white cells. Chapter 3: Magnifying your microbes. To differentiate the microbes properly, they must be looked at through a lens that magnifies at least 1,000 times. So we start with 100, then 2, then 400, and slowly work our way up to 1,000. In the infected gum, just underneath the moving teeth, live various members of this parasite family known as Amoebae. The scientific name is Entamoeba gingivalis. It is surrounded by many leukocytes, both living and dead, that is, pus. And then crap. There comes another, even bigger and stickier than the first. And a third one comes along as well, its immense members slightly lazily, like a hideous and perverse Narcissus. Help, Jules Verne. Now what? I notice an agglomerate of well-round circle right beside the creature. They're leukocytes, polymorphonuclear leukocytes, neutrophils. But more to serve you, unfortunately, no crumbs inside. A glutton swallowed their insides. They were literally emptied of their content. What vampire could have done that or already did? There, right before my eyes. Chapter 5: Beautiful Cases. Medical biology studies validated by diploma and systematic participation in all medical conferences on amoeba and the various microscopic aliens thankfully completed my training. The scientific confirmations I obtained from them and my patients' recovery made the treatment of periodontal diseases a priority in my professional practice. The astonishing success obtained encouraged my patients, thrilled to recommend it to everyone around them. Victims of this scourge quickly scurried into my office from throughout the province, despite my colleagues' obvious doubts. Once you're finally cured of your infection, we'll be able to move on to the systematic cleaning of your teeth to rid them of their residual tartar without risking any injury to your gum or the possible spread of the infection to your blood circulation. It will then heal naturally. Chapter 6. Giving Hope to the World. How can such aberration continue? Is the law of ignorance winning over such promising truths? That Saturday night in Menton, the beautiful women surrounding us were absolutely gorgeous in their fashionable evening gowns, so stylish and put together. They were splendid young women, barely in their 30s, with their elegant hairdos, sumptuous necklaces, and magnificent rings. Oh my God! Then I noticed that their teeth were absurdly long. Yup, these beautiful young women would soon be smiling with a few less teeth in their mouth. The beautiful young women were completely disgusted. That's how it was. Nothing could be done. These poor women weren't told the truth. They only witnessed the powerlessness of certain professionals. What do these parasites actually look like, though? Modern dentistry is strangely mum about this infection, even though it's quite widespread. Is it the devil's pandemic? Amoeba in my mouth? You're joking, right? How could they get there? Well, when the parasites invade the gingival infection, a toxic shower of enzymes fall on the bone and its degeneration becomes unstoppable. The more the inflammation increases, the more it needs leukocytes, and the more they are devoured by the amoeba, and the bone is attacked again. Are you feeling helpless or overwhelmed? You know where to reach us. Taken aback by the complexity of my explanations? Please don't give up. Be courageous, as the answer is right there under your eyes, equipped with a mic. Chapter 9. A small history of Amoebies. As unbelievable as it sounds, theories that had been forgotten for so long are proving to be more accurate with each passing day. We are constantly witnessing the irrefutable proof of an oral parasitic infection in all cases of periodontitis. Health situation is characterized by the presence of non-motile round dotted bacterial cells accompanied by fine line filaments. A leukocyte can be seen on rare occasion. Gingivitis is linked to the bacilli and very mobile spirally, accompanied by a few leukocytes following a strong inflammation reaction. Periodontitis is characterized by the mobile bacteria of gingivitis, but there is also the presence of large vertically aligned filaments to which are linked blood-sucking amoebae and sometimes Trichomonas, as well as numerous pus-forming leukocytes. Chapter 10. Traditional healing methods. Watch your doctor carefully, because he may go crazy on you with his relentless scaling. He also gets in your face about your hygiene, whether you're conscientious or not. He's in cahoots with his hygienist. Chapter 11. Tons of messages are coming on the web. Patient feels helpless and scared. They are exasperated and demand real answers to their justified complaints. That's apart from the repercussions on your general health. Aggravated heart problems, higher risks of diabetes, kidney and lung problems, and so forth. But a dentist told me that parasites don't exist, that it's a fantasy from the last century. Maybe your dentist didn't get a chance to look at the film of your samples under the microscope. Did he look at the sample? Can you hear the bitter silence of the hysterical smiles? To kiss or not to kiss? Chapter 12. Lobby of experts, liars and teeth pullers. Periodontal diseases heal easily with the necessary rigor, obviously. At this point, it is an endless cycle of battles between both parties, each using the scientific tools that best suit it. I've got a major asset, though. I heal every single one of my patients. Who can do better? See for yourself. Chapter 13. So that dentists can laugh. All of my patients who managed to eliminate the vermin affecting their gums and avoid reinfection were cured permanently. Dear colleagues, you care about the health and well-being of your patients. Patients, you want to enjoy a life free of parasites and criticisms. And to all those people I may not know, I beg you to look closer. Ladies and gentlemen, ask to see. You'll be surprised by the results and amazed by the reality of things. Demand a healthy flora. It is your absolute right and your public health duty. The die isn't cast anymore. Mark Bonner, a dentist determined to do everything in his power to bring chronic parasitic infestation out of the mouth and to an end.